All right, and we're live. Stream number 100. We made it. Wasn't sure we were going to make it this far, but I am here. I have done it. So anyway, I'm not going to get, too into that. But so today, the plan is to continue on with our dummy authentication app. And I'm actually just going to open the React router docs just so I have these here. And then, so continue with our React router, full stack authentication app. Yo, what's up, Aziz? Welcome in. And yeah, just continue with that example, and then I'm going to move on to the members only project, which is going to be probably pretty similar to this, right? So I'm just going to, what was it? It was authenticate example. There we go. So there's a table. Perfect. Okay. So I think what I want to do first is I actually want to connect the server, or sorry, I want to connect the pool, the database to the server. So I'm probably going to do that inside of here. So let's do db, and then we'll say pool.ts, and then I'll go back to my Postgres thing. And we'll say const db new pool. And I think we can just do it as the link, right? So it's role name. And then PostgreSQL. And then ben slash, and then nothing at localhost 5432 slash auth example. Good. So that should now work. What am I doing? I am making a simple authentication app. It's literally just a practice authentication. And it's full stack. And I'm doing React in the front end and Node Express, Postgres in the back end. You do the back end with Python because I'm used to Python. Node and Express are almost forgotten. Fair enough. I'm just using Node and Express just because that's what the Odin Project uses, and I feel like it's decent. So that should work. I don't think we had any errors here, so that looks fine. Okay. So now I can actually make a link to sign up. So I'm going to say, I'm actually going to edit the, I'll get this, yeah, I'll just edit the home route. And then let's just get dummy authentication app, or I should say authentication example, maybe. Authentication example, oops, example app. And then we have Tailwind here, so I'm going to do some Tailwind. And then I think I could also do Tailwind on the root as well. So this is our root. Okay. So let's open up the Tailwind docs just so I have those. So I want to do flex justify center. should work. Is Tailwind working? Should be. Let's just try resizing the font size. So I'll do text XL maybe. Okay, that did work. Okay. And then I think I need to do. I think I need to do. This, right? And then flex. There we go. Now we're in the center. And then maybe add some padding around here. You want to do it too. I aim to make a full stack, especially login sign up, probably connecting Django with React, simple HTML, CSS, JS. Currently learning Django. That's awesome. Really cool. You've done a project with AI before, learning with AI, pro skill dashboard, login sign up, worked great, and I managed a PG admin for. Nice. That's awesome. I actually use the I use the command line usually. Yo, Casey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. So I probably want to put some padding around this. So I'm doing front end and back end today. Just like P8 maybe. Oh yeah, I kind of want to maybe do it. I don't really care about the styling too much, but maybe text like 3XL. There we go. Pretty good new headphones. No, they're actually not new. They're my old headphones, but I have a wired connection because the Bluetooth connector doesn't work anymore. I've had them for like 3 years. Okay. So that's good. It's fine. I mean, we could do our. Let's do XL for that, and then we can do. Forget what the LG. I think it's like this, right? And then if I exit this, I forget the query. Responsive design. That should work. Unfortunately, my project's not working very well right now because some of the login sign-up logic and fast API is currently broken. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty easy to fix it. This should, like, theoretically work, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is 3XL, I don't know. Or if it's the default is the... I don't know. We'll do mobile first though. It's fine. All right. So then now we're gonna do our login or our sign up button. So we're gonna say probably get a link here. So we'll say P. Then A to / sign up, something like this. Okay, then we have this. Click that, takes us to the sign up page, perfect. But I need to align center. Justify center, align. I forget what the justify center, and then it's, what's the other alignment? Just derusting on Tailwind real quick, guys. Justify items, maybe? No. Align items. Oh, items. It's items. Item center. That's what it is. Nice. How do I deal with progress feeling painstakingly slow? I take it one day at a time. Pretty much. I try not to, so also gap 1 maybe. Awesome. Just leave it. Then I'll give this its own. There we go. And then this should be like a button. It's a class name. And then I'll do the text a little smaller. Text medium, maybe? Yo, how's it going, Jeremy? Because I'm also doing competitive programming along with the Odin Project. It's slow as hell. Yeah, I get that. Again, just take it one day at a time. That's what I would recommend. Yo, Kaysen, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so that's good. And then I want to kind of make this into a button, right? So I want to do background. I want to do a background color. I don't really have any. Do I have any colors? What do I have in here? I don't really have any colors. I should probably add a root selector here. What am I currently working on? I got you. It's just a dummy authentication app to learn auth in the backend. Although I'm doing front end right now. What am I doing the auth with Node Express from? Odin Project? Yes, exactly, Kaysen. You can get a link here. Trying really hard to learn React, Next.js, Tailwind, CSS, Django. That's awesome, Aziz. I hope one day I can come to your stream and say I'm finished with it, dude. You will, Sword. Don't worry. It's coming for sure. Okay, so let's do BG. Let's just do one of the default. Actually, just do one of the default Tailwind colors because I don't really care. So BG Blue 500. We'll say BG Blue 500. And then that should make us have a background. Okay, so that's a little bit much. And then we want to maybe add some margin to this guy as well. And then obviously some rounded corners. Border radius. I forgot how to do the border radius. Border radius, oh, rounded, right. Rounded medium? It's not terrible looking. Learning Tailwind CSS is almost as easy as it gets. Yeah, exactly. It's just a matter of the reference. Because I just forget the exact things here. Okay, so that should be fine. Our text should be small, maybe. It's fine. I don't really care. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then we'll just do flex, justify center. Perfect. So there's our sign up button. And then we also need a login button as well. So we'll do that underneath. Then maybe we want to make these fixed width. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put these inside of their own div here. So like this, and then I can get rid of the margins here. And then I can do a gap on these. Something like this. Oh, and then a margin top of 8 maybe, something like this. In the foundation course, loading Flexbox is miserable. Yeah, Flexbox is kind of weird, but it is important to learn. I think I've disliked every CSS section so far. I think JavaScript will be smooth. Yeah, that it should be, definitely. Okay, so this is our sign up login. Although usually I think login's above sign up, so let's just switch that order around. Okay, nice. And then we want to reference login, the login route, which doesn't exist yet. Okay, so we have a default 404 page, that's good. But we have a sign up page as well, which is good. Okay, so that is our home page, which is fine. And then we maybe should add a bit of a hover to these buttons as well. I'm just gonna do like a button styles or something. Just gonna do it like, and then hover BG blue 900, 800. Good. A little hover effect. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think maybe if we are in a medium size thing, we can do P4. Actually, maybe. Something like this. That's a little better. Then mobile, it's a little smaller. Okay, good. Happy day 100. Thanks, Jay. There are a lot of contradictory things in CSS and not explained very well. Yeah. Congrats on hitting the 100 milestone. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is fine for our like little login sign up thing. Okay. So let's go back to our sign up page, and then we're gonna flesh that out. Let's do that. By the way, it is possible to find HR emails at a bunch of companies, or is it possible? Yeah, you should be able to find like the recruiting emails or whatever, like the recruiting HR like recruitment team or whatever it is. I think I'm just gonna copy these styles here. Whoops. That should work fine. Jeez. And then I'm gonna do text XL and then medium text 3XL. Bold. Fuck, what was the font bold? Font bold. Semi-bold? Sure. I can do that on the home as well. Okay. So we have our sign up here, and then we're going to do our form underneath, which is going to be an action to /API/sign up, or yeah. And then method is post. Yeah, I don't need a comma here. Okay. I was watching a stream by like a quant dev, and he advised somehow to get the HR's email and send them your resume, but I don't know if it even works, and the HR wouldn't be pissed off. No, they wouldn't be. I mean, like at a lot of smaller agencies as well, it they only look at the recruitment, like email. Like a lot of like there's a lot of smaller email or a lot of smaller agencies or companies have like a resumes at companyname.com or whatever, and you can just email that. And in some cases, that's the official way you apply anyway. Okay. So let's do label. We'll say HTML4 username, and then our input type is what? Type text, ID, username, name, username, placeholder, username, and then label again, password. Then we'll style these as well. Password, IDs, password. And then we need a submit button. Sign up. Good. So that should be our basic form. Okay, so this is dog shit. So I'm gonna make this, gonna add a class name to this guy. Or you can just send them a message on LinkedIn. That probably doesn't work as well, I would say. I'm gonna do like an MT4 maybe, and then text large XL. And then I want to have these in their own divs as well. I think you advised to email it on the HR personal email. Yeah, that's a little sketchy. I'm not sure if I'd do that, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm going to say, just for sake of repeating ourselves, const, I don't know if it's advisable to do it in here, form row styles. And then we'll just say flex, justify, we'll say flex and then gap 2 maybe. It's a little better. Not perfect. Okay. Yep. We have our username, password, XXL, gap 2 as well, maybe 4. Let's see what it looks like on mobile. Okay, yeah. So then this is going to be medium, and then text small, maybe by default. Yeah, sure. Cool. And then we'll have our sign up button. Flex, maybe? No, not flex. I think HR would just throw it away if they got it on personal email. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Forget how to not make the flex fill up the entire my front end is rusty, so I'm just de-rusting on front end. Okay, so we got our username, password. Oh, I should probably also add a border to these. Const input styles, border, gray. Is it gray? What is the border width? Just do border blue. 500 and then border 1. Actually, we'll put the border 1 first. And then rounded medium. I'm just doing this rough. Okay, that's kind of ugly. I want to make these kind of uniform here. After a long time watching from India, I appreciate you, Family Guy. So I could make this a grid, actually. Say grid calls 2, maybe? Grid rows 1. Or no, 2 actually, and then calls 1. That's better. Now, I don't know why this isn't did justify center. Not sure why these are. These are grid here. Oh yeah, because I guess they're not really in uniform. Okay, so you know what? Let's get rid of this div then. And then we'll just do this. And then grid calls 2. That's a little better. And then justify center. Oh. All right, let's take a little break. Oh yeah, and then we have our sign up as well, which is going to also probably span. We need to make the sign up button span to both rows here. That's okay. Also, did you like DCSX sections in the Odin project? I didn't mind them. Did I do any LeetCode stuff? I did a while ago. Sword. What's the highest watching I got? Probably that other day. Like last week. I think I had like 25 concurrent viewers or something. I don't know. I don't really look at the live watching, like the amount, the number of people. But I had almost 500 views on the VOD when it was live. Did I feel nervous? No, because I don't look at the number. When I'm live, I don't look at how many people are live or are watching me because it distracts me. That's just kind of my method, I guess. All right, I'm not gonna like perseverate over making this look pretty. I should probably save that till the end. So this is functional, right? So this does work. Actually, the one thing I want to do is make this sign up go across both things. So, makes sense, yeah. I could even make, actually, you know what I could do? I could even put all this in its own thing here. That'll work better. Ooh, that's a little big. Something like this. I don't know. I'm gonna go now. See you, man. Good luck. I'm probably gonna have dinner or continue the Odin Project. Nice, Sword. Well, I wish you the best of luck, my friend. I don't know. I shouldn't be tinkering with this, but I am. I'm probably gonna go for 3 hours today, guys, because it's day 100. So, you know, gotta grind. Don't need that anymore. We're gonna get to the backend stuff shortly. I just want to clean up this sign-in page. And then, okay, so this is, we don't need to do this getter. Then we need to do the post, I think. Because we have our post for /API/signup, which is gonna then talk to the server. And that should work. Cool. Let's do another 25 minutes. Okay. Let's just center this button so it doesn't look garbage. So we're gonna do flex, justify center. What the hell is the problem here? Okay, so it's in this div, or it's in the form actually, and the form is not. The form needs to be flex, justify center, I think. Flex call. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that's, I know what we want, not really. But I don't want the button to take up the whole width of this thing. T4. Adding 1. Hit the like button. No one else has liked but me. Yes, please hit the like button. Actually, I don't really care if you hit the like button or not. It does help the stream though. Flex. Flex basis auto maybe? Is this what I'm looking for? No. Brink maybe? That fit to the content? Yeah, because I want this to fit to the content. Or I want this to just be like, not the whole width here. Just taking up the whole width of the container. To not. It's not flex shrink. Ah, whatever, I'll leave it. I don't really care. It's fine for now. I'll stick with it later. Okay, so that's good. Let's just do like styles for homepage and sign up page. Okay. Now let's do the backend. So we can go back to here, login, sign up. Oh, these are kind of small though. Now that I'm looking at this. The login doesn't exist, sign up takes us here. What we want. And then this should have a hover on it as well. We just copy this. Put margin top of 4. Something like this. And then also the text large maybe, or XL. Does it look on mobile? Not terrible. It's not great, not terrible. Okay, so now I have a hover. Okay, that's it. I'm done tweaking. I'm done screwing with the front end. Okay, let's go to the back end. So we have our index router, and then we need our queries inside of database. We're gonna say new file queries. Whoops. .ts, and then we're gonna say const. Actually, I'll just do it inline. So I remember Jay saying that you could do that. For const post sign up post. I mean, I could also just insert the query directly to the actually, that might even be easier to manage for this small project. So we have that, we have the routers, and we need the controllers. Then we'll do index controller. We need to import these. And then we'll do a try catch. Turn next error, and then await db.query. Oh my god. Need to import this guy. Import db from pool.tf. Wait db.query, and then insert into users, username, password, and then the values. rec.body.username, rec.body.password. Okay, and then we redirect back to the root. But then the problem with this is it's going to redirect us back to the API. API root, right? But I want to redirect the front end, which I think I can actually do in the client side, right? I can redirect in the client side. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so then let's see. This is not particularly a safe way to create users in your database, but you should now be able to visit, sign up, and submit the form. If it all goes well, it'll redirect you to the index, and you should be able to see your newly created user inside your database. Okay, so then let's all right, so then let's go back into our sign up, and then so that's fine. And then how do I redirect back to the I need to redirect back to the home page ideally, right? Let's look at the docs here, actually. Routing, rendering strategies, data loading. Await. Oh, link maybe? No. Navigate. Component-based version of use navigate to use in a React component class where hooks cannot be used. It's recommended to avoid using this in favor of use navigate. Oh, I see. So button on click is navigate. So maybe then -1 just goes back, right? And then I can give it a path as well. Replace the current entry in the history stack. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this navigation thing. So we're gonna try that. Import use navigate. And I'm gonna say let navigate equals use navigate, and then button on click is an anonymous function that navigates to the root, I guess. I think that works, right? I don't know. We'll give it a shot. But it's going to post to our API sign up, which is what we want. Okay. Now, if we submit this, it should work. So if we just do like user and then like password, doesn't matter what I do. Okay, so it goes to API sign up and it tries to get that, of course. So that's not good. However, let's see if it's in our table. Okay, so it didn't go into the table. No route matches URL API sign up. Oh, you know why? Because I need to do a fucking I need to do a. Although this should just work, should it not? Oh, you know what it is? I know why. Because I don't think we actually hooked it up to our we didn't hook up the sign up post to our router, did we? Nope. And then index, or what was this? Sign up post. That was the problem. That's part of our problem, not hooking it up to the router. Okay, so now maybe this works? I don't know. Let's try it. User, let's just say user pass. Okay, so that still didn't work, I don't think. Okay, so it's trying to redirect me to this, which I don't want. Although it tries to navigate me, let's just like remove this redirect maybe. So let's try this again. No route matches URL / API / sign up. Now I wonder though if I need to do this differently. Here's sign up. Is this the same? Yeah. /API / sign up, and then our index controller, not our index controller, sorry, our router is the root, and then our server TS, we use /API as index router. No route matches URL at object query request handler. Client node modules. Okay, so I think part of the issue here is we don't have a destination for this form, right? So it's the action. I think I actually need to post it to localhost 8080. Look at the logs on the backend. Are you sure you have the right requests? Probably not. Roflan. I think it's trying to do it to the. It's trying to post to the client. I think that's the problem. So if I go into here, let's go back. Or wait, were there no? Okay, so that's 404 because you can't get it. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is the problem. So I need to do localhost 8080. That's why. I need to post to the server route. That's my problem. So this is the server, right? Actually, I can just do server URL. And I need to export this maybe. I should probably put this somewhere else in a better spot, but okay. That's fine. Look at network tool. Yeah, I got it. It was trying to post to the client. I need it to post to the wait, no, not login, because the login doesn't work. Not read properties of undefined. Reading username. Okay, so that's so let's go here. I wonder if I need headers maybe. Go back and see. Internal server error. Default source none. I should probably change these headers, right? Accept text HTML. Because what is it expecting? Text HTML, right? Or no, that's the response. This is the request. Let's look at the request. Origin, refer. Host is localhost 8080. That's the right thing. Yeah, remote address 8080. Give user and then pass. So that's the payload. Not read properties of undefined. I wonder if that's the rec body. It's good that you got to backend. See the error there? Yeah. I don't actually know really what's going on. Okay, let's see the. So this is what it should have been, right? So I just gave it like a dummy user and pass, but I don't know why the I don't know why the. How are you doing? Yo, welcome, Zeno. I'm doing all right. How are you? Index controller. I think the problem is if I go to my controller here, I don't think you can read this. I think rec.body.username is not. I wonder if this is because it needs to be 4 and not HTML4. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Open the backend terminal in VS Code. Yeah, here we go. It's reading the same thing. Whoops. So sign up post. Yeah, so it's in here. Undefined. It's a type error. So it's having trouble reading the request body. So it's trying to put. It doesn't have the data from the form. Yo, what's cooking innovation? Yeah, it doesn't have the data from the form. That's the problem, at least as far as I can see. It says cannot read properties of undefined, and I'm assuming that is this. But I don't know. We could honestly just, yeah, because I don't know, because it doesn't show, but it shows here like the user in the past that we put in, because that's what I typed in, right? So it says username is user, and then like so. I don't know. I'm just trying to get it to write to the. And this is the first time I've ever connected front end and back end together, so. Log the entire body in the back end? Yeah. It's a good idea. Good idea. All right, let's try that again. Oh, it's the wrong. Okay. So let's just do BenStack and then. Okay. So the rec body is undefined. It looks like, which is interesting. So that actually makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense why there's the error, right? So if I go to sign up, I can see that the username I put in was BenStack. So it has the right stuff here, but this now is on 8080, right? So this is on the server. So this is the server error here. So I'm just confused, because if it has the payload here, I don't know why rec body isn't working. It's undefined. Connection, following content security policy directive. Note that the connection source is not explicitly set. It shouldn't return the server address. What do you mean? Oh, like this, you mean? Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know idea. For API testing? Yeah. It should stay on 5173. I mean, I know the API works. So, you know, well, actually, I don't know if it works, but I'm assuming it works. We can try that actually. Yeah, you make a good point. Now that you mention it, I mean, I could give that a go. Should I try hitting the API with Postman? Just sign up with GitHub. Sure. Oh, I don't want to do AI, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Sucks. Yo, what's up, Virality? Show me the controller. This is the controller. You're looking right at it. It can't read rec body. Rec body's undefined. I wonder if it's returning because of this. I want AI, bro. Whatever, get the fuck out of here. Turn this off. Alright, let's take another break. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Show you where it's called. It's called in the router. And this, by the way, is relative to API. So the index router is using API as its root. And then I'm calling it here. So this should be /API/signup for a post. And then this is the controller here. You shouldn't have to. It should get that from this. I've never passed any arguments prior. Like I did a previous project, and this kind of language worked fine because it got the request and the response from the. I think that's what this is doing. This is express.url encoded. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't done that before. Do you have any project ideas? I want to build something new. Like what? Virality? Like what? Do you want to make a game? Do you want to make an app? Is this vanilla React or using React Router? No, I'm using React Router, Jay. I'm using the React Router framework, or at least I'm trying to. I don't know if this is the problem. Do I need to turn this off? I wonder if that's part of it. Because it's trying to do server-side rendering. Maybe I want this to be false. I didn't think of that. I don't know. I can leave it on? Okay, sure. An app? Okay. Why don't you make an app that... I don't know. You could make a simple weather app. Taught me a lot about APIs, like external APIs. React Router framework handles forms differently. Oh, is that the problem? That could be part of our issue. I didn't actually think of that. That could be part of the problem. Okay, so I think we could just like lift and shift this, right? Because I think I can just change. Yeah. Okay, good that you mentioned that. I didn't even like realize that for some reason. Okay, so then I'll use that here. Right? And then does this just work then? I don't know. Oh, you did that when you started learning? Nice. What about I don't know, I'm trying to think. I have a really cool app idea. Why don't you make an app where you can input this is probably it's been done before, but you can put in a bunch of ingredients that you have around the house, and then it'll find recipes that use those ingredients for you, and it'll suggest recipes. Because it's full stack is trying to use its own API. Yeah. You're setting the data in the form data, not JSON. Does it need to be converted? It might need to be converted. You might be right, Roflan. Because full stack is trying to use its own API. Yeah. I don't know. Again, this is my first for reference, guys. This is the first time I've ever attempted at doing anything full stack. So I apologize if it seems like I'm slow on this or anything. But this is like literally my first time doing full stack. Because prior to this, I've only ever done front end or back end isolated. I haven't done both on the same thing. So does this just work then? Like, does this just then work? Submits data actions via fetch, activating pending form. Like, does this then hit? Because I have the server URL from here, right? I should probably put that in its own utils or something like that, or something, whatever. But I've got the server URL here, which is 8080, right? And then I'm appending that to this action. So does this then work? I don't know. I have a feeling probably not. Let's do test and test. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, but that's better. My latest project is apartment household tracker because I have roommates in my college apartment and they track everything like expenses, chores, etc. I made it, taught me a lot. Nice. Okay, so then how do we handle this then? Okay, so this seemed to fail to execute insert before on node. I don't think this ran. Because it tried to put it to this is not what we want. I want to just send the action to the server, right? I don't know. Determines whether the form action is relative to the route hierarchy of the path name. You have to do a custom on submit function. Okay. So then wait a second. So with that then, is there an on submit method for the button? So then like something like this, right? I don't know. Like just, I don't know. You can put it on form. Oh, I can put it on form. Okay. Let's try that then. So then on submit. Here. You can put on submit on forms. Yeah, that's what it looks like it. The function to call when the form is submitted. Ah, okay. So then can I get the... Okay, I have an idea then. So can I get the... and then I can post with a fetch. No, I can't. I post with a fetch? I don't think so. Or I don't think this works. Have you built any portfolio projects yet? Or you try to apply to jobs, or are you doing it when you're done, finish this curriculum? I already have a job in Vocuscope. I work in IT. But I'm not applying for jobs currently, no. So then, okay, so then if I have like a const like submit sign up form or something. I'm assuming this would have to be async as well. Something like this, right? And then I just call this function in here. Right? Okay. So then what do I do in here? So then how do I get the... so wait, so do I get rid of the action then? Would I get rid of the action? Let's go to onSubmit. A function to call when the form is submitted. If you call event.prevent default, then this form will not do anything. Okay. It will take in a form event. Oh, I see. So form as a form. Is it form data? Oh, it says it's deprecated. Or not deprecated. It says it's crossed out. Would it be form data? Route the exact type. Okay, let's look this up. React router on submit function. Let's figure this out together here. Oh, good. Fantastic. Use submit. Okay, 4 years ago. Form data. It is form data? Okay, cool. Alright, and then this form data, let's look up that type. Form data type React router. Const data await request dot form. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is an older release. That's not what I want. Form. It's not giving me what I want in here. Server rendered pages are interactive at basic level. Form is most useful for submissions. That should also change the URL, or otherwise add an entry to the... Encoding type would probably be text. I do like JSON, application JSON for the encoding type as well. React.form event HTML form element. So that would be what it is. Why is it crossed out though? It's deprecated. Change event, input event, submit event. Would it be submit event? Form data for request data? Yeah, no worries, real fine. Would it be submit event? Event target and HTML form element? Maybe. Submit event? Yeah, that looks right. And then HTML form data? For form elements? Ah. Okay, so then something like this, right? Does this look right? I think. And then do I need the encoding type here? I might need that. Like, would it be something like this? Is not assignable to form URL decoded. Oh, it can only be one of these things. Application xwww form URL encoded. Which do I want for this? Form data, maybe? Okay, so let's just leave this, actually, because I don't think it matters. Okay. Okay. Now I want to be able to access the elements of this, right? So URL encoded. Yeah, well, it's already here. That's the default, so we don't need to touch it. I'll put it on the rec body. So this would be form.what? Request? Like, how do I get the data out of this? So I would need to then do a post request on the in here, right? Do I even need a method here? Well, I guess the post is already, but I need to communicate with the server in here. But that's not through fetch, is it? How do I do that? Delete the type in action, add the submit signup fetch. Okay, guys, hold on. Let's take a break. I'm really confused. Or not a break, but let's take a step back here. Delete type in action, add this and submit signup fetch. The attributes on the form would typically go in the fetch. But where's the fetch going though? Like, the fetch isn't in here. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm completely lost here. No clue what's going on. Cause like I don't know like what this is doing. I don't like I kind of get it, but I don't really understand. The fetch will go in here. Okay. Oh, delete type in action. So this. Delete this is what you're talking about. Sorry, Roflan. So then now that will go in here. And then we do the fetch. Then how do we do the method in here? Confirm? No, that's not it. Fetch. Promise only rejects when the request fails. Yeah, but I don't know how to specify the method here. Okay, so let's try this then. Let's try something like this. You're telling React Editor to not handle the form for you. You will handle it yourself. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I figured something like that. Yeah, but we need to attach headers to this thing, don't we? Oh. This is what we want. This is what we want right here. Something like this. Use fetcher as a built-in way for React Editor to do stuff like this. Ah. Okay. So this is kind of what we want, right? So we want to do await or const response. Is equal to await fetch URL and then the stuff, right? So method is post and then the headers, content type, application slash x www form URL encoded, I think. Right? And then the body is going to be from the form. But I don't know how to get that data out. Application JSON. Well, it recommended to do this. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is. I guess we can just do JSON then. Okay. And then I don't know how to get the, I don't know what this looks like here. Would it be, it would be form.target, right? Or something? Dot. I don't know. No, it would be target. Form dot. So how do I get the data out of this? I guess it would be target, right? I don't know. Because I would need to JSON stringify, right? Or something like JSON. And then like construct the username as like something, and then the password as something, right? But I don't know how to actually get that data out of the body. Out of this, I mean. Out of the form. Oh, okay. And then what is this? What is the form data schema? Let's look at the MDN reference. Form data.get. Ah, so it'd just be this. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I mean, I could also do Jay's way as well. But this is more verbose. I'm going to leave it like this because this then I'm seeing where it's exactly coming from. But you're right, Jay. That's also a good way of doing it. Okay, so this is good because now I can see exactly how I'm getting the data. Just I like the verbosity here. I don't think that's a word. Whatever. Okay, so now this should work. Oh, and then the other thing that I want to do is I need to from the server. I might want to send like send something back, right? Do I even need to send something back? I don't know. Because I need to do something here. Do I not? Like sign up successful. Okay. Just something like that. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? Because then we want to redirect, right? So I wonder then if we do navigate, like after this, can I navigate back to the root like this? People often use success true. Okay, cool. So I can just do, can I just do it as a, like an object like this? Something like that. And then, so then this should work, right? So after we're done this response, we can console log the response dot JSON maybe? Is that just, do I need to access that with, yeah, so like this. And then navigate back to the root. You don't need the quotes. Oh, I don't? Really? I think so. What do you mean for the quotes? Oh, for the, you mean for this. Right. Got you. And for this too, because it's just a true false. Yeah. Got you. Yeah. Cool. Alright. So this should be everything, right? Because we do the fetch. And then once we do the fetch for the post requests with the right data that we get from here, and then we log the response, and then we navigate back to the root, which is the just the main homepage, right? Which is just this page, right? So it's kind of what I want to do. You'll have to await the response.json. Oh yeah, that's true. Although it says I don't have to. Because this is being awaited. The fetch is being awaited. Or do I have to await it inside of here? Ah, like this. Or does this not work? I mean, you could do it like that too. I think this also works though, does it not? Okay. Let's go back to it. Let's give it a go. Oh wait, no, we're not logging in. We're signing up. So let's do test and tests. Ah. Okay, cannot read properties of undefined. So it still can't get that. It still can't get that data. It looks like. Unexpected token is not valid JSON. Okay, but it looks like it's got the right stuff here inside of the so this is our payload, our request payload, and then headers, preview, response. So yeah, for some reason it can't get the, why are these like the wrong, what's the problem? I'm trying to basically, I'm making a full stack app, Levin, and I'm trying to send a post request to my server, and the server doesn't like it. But this looks like good. This payload looks good. The content type is right. The host is right. That's the right request URL. So it's definitely not, because it's still undefined here, see? So the rec.body is undefined, which is strange. I'm not 100% sure why that is happening. Getting 500 status error? Yes. Man. In the controller, try console rec.form data. Don't remember how I fixed it? Yeah, no worries. We'll get there. With the help of, yeah, so form data doesn't, although, yeah, it does, this doesn't work. That doesn't exist on the rec. I can print out the entire request. Let's just see the entire request here. Okay, that's a little lot here. Incoming message. HTTP version. I hope there's nothing bad in here that I'm like leaking, but I don't think so. URL sign up. Test different status codes in your files. Yeah, I don't see any body anywhere. Oh, where this is even highlighting. Has body. Yeah, I don't know. Helps pinpoint the main issue. Yeah. Well, I know what's happening, Levin. Like the body can't be read. So for some reason, the client is not sending the payload to the server, or at least the server is not getting it, because this is the payload on the client side. It's here, but for some reason the server isn't getting it. Look up use fetcher. Use fetcher. Okay, sure. Right, I fix it. No, I appreciate it, Levin. I'll get there though. I'll get there. It's you know, it's part of the process. Well, yeah, let's try use fetcher React router. Let's see here. Ooh, okay, this actually looks promising, guys. Let's just get a couple of these away. Fetcher.form. So let fetcher is use fetcher, fetcher.state, fetcher.data, and then fetcher.submit, method post, and type application JSON. And then that gets attached to the form. So should I refactor? Wait, is this what we want? Oh. We could try that out. I could try this refactor. You only ever use React Router once because how often they change stuff. That's fair. I'm only using it. I'm not married to using it, Levin. I'm just using it to learn. But you know, I'm gonna, once I finish the Odin project, which I'm close, I'm gonna experiment with other backend technologies, or in front end and backend. But I'm just using it to learn. You also have use submit, but I think the fetcher would be the best for the scenario. Yeah, I can give it a shot. I don't mind refactoring this. I'm not gonna delete this submit sign up. I'll keep it here, just in case. Use Postman. Are you sure the registration works? It should work. I didn't actually download Postman. It should work though. Yeah, I'll test it out on Postman. Just a second. It's got all this AI integration bullshit, and I don't want it in here. So how do I download the fucking? Let's see. But it should work. I mean, I have my server right here. Give me the fucking thing. want to use this agent shit, bro. I hate how they've AI-ified all this nonsense. Postman, desktop, download, Mac. Give this to me, bro. Okay, Apple Silicon, there we go. Okay. Get this in here. Move to applications folder. Alright, so that should be here now. The router's being hit because of the undefined log. Yeah, I thought so. Just a second. I'm just going to get into fucking authorization token. I'm just trying to get into Postman here, guys. Okay, there we go. This should work. Okay, I don't want this agent. How do I turn that off? App settings, AI, off. Fuck you. Get out of here. Okay. Now I can just hit the API with this, right? And then I can just do my body, which I already have. So then I think this just... Oh, okay, so maybe it isn't working. Ooh. Okay, so it doesn't work either from this. I wonder if I actually just straight up have the wrong username password. Oh, you know what it is, I bet. I wonder if the ID isn't rendering properly, or isn't generating. Yeah, Roflan, you're right. My fault, my guy. Yeah, okay, so it's not working because the ID isn't generating like it was supposed to, like how I configured it to generate. So the ID, that's the problem. The ID should be generating, but it's not generating. That's fucking annoying. So you know what I could do? Let's just try this out. Let's just get a UUID in here. Use app use express.json before route. Did I do that? I might have not done that. Okay. Let me just, I want to just try this. I just want to insert this. I think it's a database problem. Because I think if we do this, then it'll work. And then if I change the request... Or no, actually, this should be fine. And then if I go to index controller... If I go to here... I shouldn't have to generate this, but this is not bad. I think this is fine. Okay, so then this. Okay, so still an error here. Not read properties undefined. Reading ID. Sign up post. You don't have a body? This is the body. Oh, does it need to be JSON? JSON. This is the body though. Is this not the body? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like the body to me. I could be wrong. Yeah, let's just make sure the backend thing works first. Like, what if we just tried this? What? Column test does not exist. What are you fucking talking about? I don't know. Don't receive a body in express. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I see. Sorry. Just bear with me here, guys. So it'll be in here, like... like this. I can give that a go. Okay, you were right. You were right. Nice. No worries, Roflan. I appreciate you. You got you. That was exactly what it was. You got it. So that worked. However, does it work now without the ID? I wonder. And will it generate an ID? Okay, so now if I do D users, or wait, no, sorry, select. There's our, okay. So now does it generate an ID like I want it to? Let's say test1 pass 1. Does it generate an ID dynamically? It does not. Aha. Okay, so that's part of our problem. So it doesn't generate an ID dynamically like I want it to. So that's annoying. So that's part of our problem. So part of our issue here is that we're not generating an ID. But I can just do a hack like this. I can just do crypts dot random UUID, right? Like I could just do this, and then I can edit the schema's already changed here. Oh, actually, no. Hold on, wait. Let me test it like this because I didn't actually change the backend. Hold on. So I need to actually change this. Let me see if now it generates an ID. If I do this, and then I submit this. Let's try this now. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it does work. Okay, nice. Okay, and then let's select all again. Okay, so it does generate it. Okay, we're good. Okay, so it does generate the ID dynamically. That's good. Nice. Okay, so this is basically finished. So now, let's delete from users. Okay. So let's clear it out, and then let's go back to our sign up. And then, so we have our test and our test. Never. And then, did that print out the success? Anywhere? I don't know. We can check our, hey, it worked. Okay. We got it. I mean, it's not encrypted, but it's fine. That fixed it. You guys are the best. Okay. So now I can sign up with another account. So we can do BenStack. And then we can do just password 123. And then there we go. And then if we select from users, whoa, what the fuck happened there? If I select from users here, you can see the other user in there. Perfect. Nice. Perfect. All right, now we can finally move on. All right. So I'm gonna commit this before I forget. I'm gonna say sign up initial implementation basic request to server, post request to server, and then I'm gonna say no pass encryption yet, or something like that. That was the issue. The issue was application JSON. Express didn't know how to parse for it. It was stored in form data, which was why the rec body was undefined. Oh. But I think the thing that fixed it was this, which was Roflan. Roflan the goat here. Goat, Not saying you're not the goat, Jay. But Roflan was the one that suggested using Express.json, unless you suggested it earlier and I missed it. Okay, cool. All right, now let's continue forward. Okay, so now that we have the ability to put users in our database, if I was being sent the client as URL encoded, it would also have worked. Oh, yeah, see, this is what I was confused about. Okay, so hold on. So I have this express.json, but then I also have this express.url encoded here. So why didn't this work? Is it because the URL encoded is not in the client or something? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. That could be why. Or is that just because that's not the type we were using? I don't know. It's two different closets? Got you. Okay. Again, this is all new to me. So I appreciate your patience, everybody. Okay. Now that we have the ability to put users in a database, let's allow them to log in to see a special message on our homepage. We're going to step through the process one piece at a time. Documentation here. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh no, I don't really care about that. URL encode for query and params, not for body. Oh, got you. Okay, so that's different. The form data can be stored in different places and Express has to know how to parse it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of... That part's kind of confusing to me because I thought it just had a body and that was just kind of like universal. Okay, that's good to know though. The documentation here has pretty much everything you need to set it up. They have over 500 of these strategies, but we're going to call the local strategy. Okay, so then what we're going to need to do for this... okay, so I don't know where I'm going to set this up exactly. So we need to first set up the login, right? So this is going to be some sort of middleware here. Okay, so then we can passport.authenticate. All right, so let's first do the front end for the login. Let's just duplicate this. I should have probably made the username as a primary key, but that's okay. Copy, paste. Oh, and you know what? This probably doesn't need... Or wait, no, we still have the submit sign up. It's actually fine. We didn't actually use the use fetcher. Okay. We'll just leave that the way it is. So this is gonna be login, right? And then we're gonna do new form data, form.target. And then we get our username and password as well, which is fine. And then I think everything else is good, except for the button. And then this should be everything I need, practically. Okay, so this is our login page, and then now I need to add that to the route. Oops. Okay, so now we should be able to navigate to our login. Okay, so here's our login. It's basically identical to the sign up, right? Okay, so now we need to be able to log in. So let's just do create login page on frontend, on client, I guess. Sure. Okay. Now let's do the server, and we'll go into our index controller, and then we'll say export const login posts. I'll just do the same thing as I did here, return next error. And then we can get rid of this on here. And then we're going to await DB query and then call next. And then I think what we're going to do is probably have our authenticator. So we have our passport.use. So then I can probably put this inside of the post, right? So I can do something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the username and the password outside of... So I'm going to say const rows is await db.query, and then we'll say select username password from users. I think it's it. Do I have to put these in brackets? I don't think so. And then I'm going to say where username is 1, and then we're just going to get the username. And password is 2. rec.body.username. And of course, the password's not being encrypted, right? But that's fine, just for this. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do res.json and then the rows, just for now, just so that we can test the login route. So let's do that now before we get too ahead of ourselves. So we have test and test. So then now this should work, right? 404 not found. Oh, because it's not in the router. That's my fault. So index router dot post login sign up or login posts. Perfect. Nice. So that worked. So our backend works. Good. Now, what we can do with this guy is we can then pass the username password to we can actually say const username is rows 0.username const password rows 0.password. And then we can pass this to this local strategy thing. However, this is local strategy. We need an app.post. The passport.use. So I wonder where this shit is stored. This function is what will be used in the passport authenticate local. So then I wonder if I can pass this then to where are we declaring that it's local here? Oh, I guess we're actually doing this inside of this. Okay, you know what I'll do? Let's do passport. Actually, we'll just we'll do this. Passport.use. We need to import passport. Local means you're doing it and not using a service like Google. Ah, I got you. Okay, nice. So then I can just do this like here, right? So hold on, let's I need to get the local strategy from the server here. And then we pass this function in. Oh, and then I actually didn't even save that. Try catch, and then return done error. Const rows equals db.query select username password from users where username equals 1 and password is 2, and then username. Oh wait, but then I need to get that in here. So then I need to get this from the monster rows does not exist on type promise query result. Oh wait, that's why. Okay. I don't know if this is the right way of organizing this. Incorrect username, and then I don't know how to handle that. So we'll say if user.password is not equal to password, then return done null false message incorrect password, and then otherwise return done null user. So that should be fine. Better be, but it's better type may be inferred from usage. Okay, so I mean these are both strings, but that's fine. This function is what will be called when we use the passport authenticate function later. Basically, it takes a username and password, tries to find it in our DB, then makes sure the user's password matches the given password. Yeah. We have to supply the done function, which would be what? Serialize user, maybe? I don't know. Oh, and then this is our render. Oh, okay, I see. We need our get, we need our post. I don't know. This is kind of confusing. Okay. Passport.serialize user, deserialize user. What is that for? Oh, to make sure our user is logged in and allow them to stay logged in as they move around our app. Passport inherently calls a function from express session that uses some data to create a cookie called connect.sid, which is stored in the user's browser. Then the next two functions define what bit of information passport it's looking for. The reason why they require us to define these functions is so we can make sure that whatever bit of data it's looking for actually exists in our database. Okay. I guess I'll just take this for granted, maybe? And so in here would be passport.authenticate, local, and then success redirect would be nowhere. Well, just root. And then I need to include these, right? Functions that are listed in the passport docs work just fine. I don't know. My God, stop. Something like this. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm serialize user, deserialize user. It's to maintain a session, I think, right? And then so we have our post here. As you can see, all we have to do is call passport authenticate. The middleware performs numerous functions behind the scenes. Looks like our request body for the parameters named username and password that runs the local strategy function that we defined earlier to see if the username and password are in the database. Creates a session cookie that gets stored in the user's browser. I don't like how little I'm seeing here. I don't know. If we get a separate login page, we might want to go back to that if the login failed. If we fill out and submit the form now, everything should technically work, but you won't actually see anything. Passport middleware checks to see if the user is logged in by checking the cookie that comes with the rec object. And if there is, it adds the user to the request object for us. So all we need to do is check for request user to change our view depending on whether or not a user is logged in. No, it's about to. Okay. It's about to do bcrypt right here. It's still in this lesson. So then this should work, but then I want it to like redirect me to like a hidden page or something, right? Because I feel like this should then redirect me on success to like a hidden page. But I don't know how to make that hidden. I don't know. I remember using bcrypt without passport. Okay. Yeah, I don't know passport. I'm just using it. But there maybe is multiple other ways to do this. But I mean the login works. I just don't know then in the client side what I do with that information. So if I log in here, is there a way of protecting a route? Like I don't know how to do that because this is all in the back end and I don't know how to do that in the front end. if locals.user, but I don't know how to actually like get, like, I don't know how to emulate this behavior inside of, inside of the client. But anyway, I'll think on that. I'm gonna take 2 minutes just to run to the washroom, and I'll be back. Grab a snack as well, maybe. So I'll be back in a minute or so. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So I don't know how to make protected routes here. There's probably a way. Because the idea is I don't want to just, like, I want the login here. I want us to navigate to some sort of protected route or something. I don't know. That's not really covered in this thing. Right? So let's figure out how to do that. You've been working on Nest for over 5 years now. I haven't seen Express in a while. No one in our country is writing new projects on it anymore. I don't even know what Nest is. I'm only using it, Roflan, to learn. I'm not married to using it forever. It's just, I'm just using it for learning. Because I'm still brand new to this stuff, right? So. So. Now I'm not sure how to check and like navigate to some secret page that you can't get to. You know what I mean? Some pages just welcome and then user, and then we give it some data. Like we almost have like a custom component or route that takes in some props, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, let's see here. Route, okay. I posted a link in stream chat that will give you an overview of how I typically do it. Perfect. I'll take a look at that. Appreciate that, Jay. Let me get this guy in here. Okay. Yeah, this is recent. Setting up my auth context. Okay. First, I created an auth context with React's context API. Hold is authenticated, is loading, user role, and then login, logout functions. My digital bouncer, the private route component. This component checks auth status, shows a loader while we wait, then either renders the protected content or redirects to login. Ah, okay. So let's try doing it this way then. So this is our login page, and then we're gonna have this context would be like, would we put this inside of like components or something? So let's do that. A context folder? Oh, is there such a thing? Context, maybe? Oh, yes. Good point. Thank you. Appreciate that. It would have worked anyway, but it's good catch. Okay, so this is our back end, which we don't really want. So I'm going to do this in the front end. However, do I want to like, because theoretically this works, right? So maybe I should actually try logging in just with Postman. So let's try this again. Might just stall. Passport.authenticate. Success, redirect, failure message. Oh, because the... You need to ask something? Okay, ask something. Is it because I don't res.json and then like... something like this? Okay, so it did work. But I don't know like where the success redirect, like I don't see any results of this, right? I don't know. Like I'm not convinced this whole, I don't know how this passport thing works, really. But I mean, it ostensibly worked. passport.authenticate, and then I don't know, but that doesn't seem to be doing anything though. It did work. Yeah, it worked, but I don't know like what this is. It actually like running through this local strategy? Like what if I put in a bad username? Yeah, see, even if I put in a bad username, it still works, quote unquote, right? Or if I put in like a password that doesn't exist. So it doesn't work. And I know this. Like I kind of had a suspicion that it wasn't working. Because we have test, and then BenStack password 123. But I want to get this backend working first before I do anything. Do you have the unique setup for the database? What do you mean unique setup? It's just ID, username, and password. But it isn't really giving any request object here. Like we do passport.authenticate. I'm not giving it anything from this. Right? So I don't know how the hell that's supposed to work. I don't know anything about that. Because we're not giving it anything from the request, right? So like what the fuck is this doing even? Unique for username? Yeah, I should probably do a unique for username. Yeah. I think I can do that through a query. So I think it's just, I think it would just be alter table users add constraint unique. Oh, unique username, unique username. Okay, there we go. Now username has to be unique. I think that works. Okay. Good catch. And it would be better to add UUID generation inside the table. Yeah, I do that. I have that already. Roflan. Like, for example, if I sign up here. No, it doesn't give me. But if I sign up with like a new user. And then we select. Then we can see this here. It does the ID generation, and I didn't give it, right? So the ID generation is done by the database. So that does work. So yeah, and then login. Yeah, that'll work. But here's my thing, guys, is we're not actually like in this login post function, I'm not actually giving it anything from the request body. So I don't know how the hell it's supposed to know what the username and password is. You know what I mean? Like this is not good. I don't like this at all. Like, is there anything that you guys use that's not like, why are we using, like, what's the point of using passport? Authentication middleware, extremely flexible and modular. Yeah, username and password. Better Auth, but that's typically we use with an ORM. Okay. Okay, but and then DB get? But then how is it getting the... I don't understand how it's getting the... request shit. You know what I mean? Actually, no, I want to just go back to... But this is pretty much like similar to what we have. Yeah, I just don't understand where the... I don't understand where this request shit is coming in here. Like, at all. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wonder if it's actually because... try sending a login. I think I know why this is happening. Because this is not... We don't actually need this to be an async function or anything like this. We can actually just do this. I think this just works now. Because now it's... Because when I go to the example, we have it directly embedded like here, right? Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that either. Good point. You know what? I think this actually then works, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. So let's see. New user pass. Yeah, but see, it's not going to do anything because there's no redirect. Yeah. Or I could just try putting this directly inside of the... Instead of trying to even F with this, I can just do passport.authenticate directly in here. Instead of trying to do some sort of controller nonsense, just go really... But I don't know, like, what the benefit of this is. Like, now... This isn't going to do anything. It's just not. It's just going to stall. Oh wait. Login sessions require session support. Did you forget to use the express session middleware? I don't know. This is driving me nuts. But I don't know where we use that, though. In my server file? Oh, establish a session. Here we go. This is what I want, maybe. App.use session. I think I already had this. Yeah, I'm using this here. And then I have to serialize and deserialize. Yeah, I have it. You're right. You're right, Jay. I already have the session here. So I'm not sure why that's not working then. And app.use passport.session. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where, like, it doesn't say the store and the password. Auto authenticate, and the other one's missing. Oh, I see. Passport.authenticate session. I hate passport. Yeah, I do too. Now that I think about it. Let's see. Let's try. Should we move on from it and like disown the Odin project a little bit? We can try. We do it on our own. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Auth middlewares for Express. JSON web token. Auth middleware token. Oh, do we want to do this? Is like doing it ourselves with like a token, right? I would look up rolling your own auth. Yeah, that's I think that's what this is. I think that's what this is, no? Is this not what this is? With like JSON web token? Yeah. I think that's better. Because then we get a token. I'm sort of familiar with this. Right? Then the problem is I don't know how I can protect a route. Well, actually, then I include the then I include the this for the front end. We should work on the back end first, right? So why don't we try to do that? All right, let's shift gears here. Token-based authentication is more difficult because long-term you'll have to validate, revalidate, or refresh them. Okay, so then what's a non-token based one? Sessions, you're doing it, but through Passport at the moment, you can author those manually. Oh, okay. I think this is still tokens, right? Yeah. Okay, tokens. Here's better auth, but that's what you were saying requires an ORM. Okay, let's see how to author. OpenSSL request nodes new. After that, you'll get a server key and a server certificate, which we'll use to create our HTTPS server. Oh, we already have our set. Okay. Is this what I want? I'm not sure this is what I want. You don't want to confuse me or something? You're not confusing me. I looked at the better auth docs and you can actually do it without an ORM. Okay, sick. Let's try that then. I don't know. We're learning here. Because this looks like, the thing I had before looked like a shit ton of work. Bee's knees, got you. I trust you, Jay. Let's do local. Do local? Oh, email and password, here we go. Okay. So, look at the installation setup guides. Yeah, sure. Framework agnostic, email and password. Installation, we'll use PNPM. What's the problem now? Oh, we're leaving Passport, Roflan. I'm ditching Passport for Better Auth because Passport's confusing. So I'm just kind of, yeah. We can remove this, and then I can also remove this, and this, and we'll just do like some bullshit. The issue now is that you have to input it twice, once for the server and once for the client. Yeah. Better Off seems like the industry standard, so you're good to go. Yeah, thanks, Sing. Yeah, so I think that's good. PNPM uninstall, remove, passport local. Okay. So that's fine. I don't think we're gonna have any dependency problems. Are we? Yeah, okay. So we can do that. And remove this, and then, I don't know, this is gonna bleed into the next stream, I think, but that's okay. And then login, post. And then obviously right now this does nothing, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll just set up the try catch loop. All right, let's take another 5-minute break. I'm gonna go for one more session this afternoon, because I want to go for a 3-hour stream because it is day 100. But for anyone watching this, that seems to think that I don't know, because I feel kind of like a little bit out of my element a little bit with this. This is kind of like stretching my ability. I kind of started web development from scratch, not even 5 months ago. I went from literally basic HTML to here in just under 5 months. So Like my understanding of web stuff was very, very limited. Odin didn't do a good job with preparing you for this, yeah. But it doesn't mean I can't take it on. You know, you guys and, you know, I'm, you know, would like to think that I can problem solve and work through difficult things. So, you know, it's good to do this test, like this pet project, just of literally just authenticating a session and just like whatever it is, right? Like I have the high level understanding. It's just a matter of implementing, right? Okay, so I'm gonna also need a .env for this, I think. And I have a git ignore, which should include .envs in here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do the .env on my other monitor to not give away the secret, even though it doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest with you. Because I'm not publishing this project. Do you think just-in-time learning is good? What do you mean by just-in-time learning? Like learning live? Like, what do you mean by that? But I think learning in any capacity is good. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, basically learning while building projects. Yeah, I think it's really good, Fabs. But the other thing is you can't skip necessarily on the theory. I probably should have read more on the theory of this before, but I kind of already had a very high level understanding of how authentication works. Like I knew there was some like verification process with middleware and stuff like this, and I understand the whole model view controller architecture from building previous backend projects. So I think that's important. So I think having a theoretical basis for what you're building is important, but you can gain that through project building as well. So for what it's worth, I think building through projects is probably the best. It's also the most engaging. But I think learning theory every now and again is also very useful because then you can apply that theory when building projects, right? But I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of honestly, the last 5 months I've been doing these streams, I've been just winging it every day. Like I show up, I try my best. I get chat to help me out. Sometimes I do stuff on my own, but I'm honestly just like totally like winging it. Like I don't know. I'm just trying my best. And that's basically all I can do. Nest.js is an Express alternative. Yeah, so I think Roflan was mentioning that. Nest.js. Is that a full framework? Yeah, I was looking at this the other day, I think. Okay, but it's server side. Interesting. Yeah, I was looking at this the other day because I wanted to see if there was a framework I could get instead of doing it kind of like disconnected like I'm doing here. How's winging it? Are you actually understanding what I'm doing? Yeah, I am understanding what I'm doing. What I mean by winging it, Fabs, is that like I don't really know beforehand how, like when I approach a project, how it's gonna go. Like I have a project idea in mind and I just try. I don't have any kind of like idea about like how it's gonna go, I guess. That's what I mean by winging it. Like I do plan which projects I'm gonna do and when, but I don't actually plan like necessarily how long they'll take nor exactly what it involves. I kind of explore it as I go. But yeah, I am understanding what I'm doing. I would like to think. I don't think I would have made it this far, Fabs, if I didn't. It's backend framework similar to Angular, but with the use of decorators. Got you. I'll definitely look into that at some point. But I think I'm going to stick to this kind of like Node Express backend React frontend situation that I've got going on here. Okay. So let's get back to it. Okay, so pnpm add better auth. Okay. And then we'll create our better auth secret. I don't really know if I need to do this because this isn't really being published anywhere. I'm not too concerned, but I'll just do it over here just for the sake of, you know. So we'll do better auth secrets, and then better auth URL is going to be http://localhost 8080/API. And then better auth secret. And then I could do that. So OpenSSL. Yeah, there's that. Okay. Whoops. Okay. If you are publishing, it doesn't have to be concealed. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm publishing it like to GitHub, but I'm not actually gonna like deploy it probably. Okay. You can also nest any of these in any of these folders in under source app or server. Okay, so we need a lib and a utils folder. I'll probably do utils. Yeah, it doesn't matter, yeah. I already kind of just exposed it here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not publishing it anywhere, so I'm not too worried about it. Actually, you know what, for sake of... Still like to, whatever. Okay. Let's do Postgres. Okay, so we already have the connector. So for this, then this doesn't work. Or I can just kind of export. Oh, I see, okay. So the database can just be db from the pool.ts. So I can do something like import better auth from better auth, and then export const auth better auth database is db. I think that's fine. Alternatively, prefer to use an ORM. Okay, shut up. I don't need ORM. Create database tables. We already did that. I think. PNPM DLX generates an ORM schema. So this, I don't think I need to do this, right? Or do I? This command creates, you need to generate the tables. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So then should I just delete this table then? Or drop table? Whoops, drop table. Okay. So then there should be no relations. Okay, good. So I have an empty thing here. Okay, so then now we'll do this. This command generates an ORM schema or an SQL migration file. Command creates the required tables directly in the database. If you use, okay, so use generate only if you plan to apply the migration manually. So okay, so then what is this? Where does this run then? So then do I have to I don't know what this is gonna do. No configuration file found. Oh, because I need to see server. Did you get hit by supply chain? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, generate then migrate, but it says, okay, no configuration file found. Add an auth.ts file to your project or pass the path to the configuration file. Use this. Oh, the configuration file. Where would that be even? But this is, I have it. It's in the utils. Yeah, it is a thing. PNPM DLX versus PNPX. It is a thing. Yeah, as of version 7, PNPM DLX is the same as PNPX. Yeah. Your 3TS project got hit by supply chain and GitHub removed it. I'm not sure what that means, stock mantra tips. How do you mean by it got hit by supply chain? Yeah, no, I actually learned that the other day. But okay, so the auth.ts, this is here. So I don't know what the big problem is. Oh, do I need to save it maybe? Ah, that was the problem. I didn't save it. That was the issue. You want to generate the schema to... can I generate it to my own table? Or does it have to have its own thing? Like, I want to put the schema inside of my existing database, no? You know what I mean? I'm confused. Because it has its own thing, but you can augment it. Oh, wait a second. Actually, wait, I don't even need to because the database connector is connected to that auth example anyway. I'm stupid. Okay, so that's fine. Let's do that, fine. Let's do that. Okay. Dude, why? This fucking emoji, man. Okay, so then we have this in here. Okay, so here's our schema. Alright. Now what? Oh, and then migrate, right? Auth latest migrate. Migration will affect the following. Sure. Okay. So are we good or what? Okay, authentication methods. Okay, so then we'll do email and password is enabled. Okay. Oh, and then we have no social providers, right? We have none of those. They have a username one too. Oh, username and password. It would be right. Username and password. Or what was it? Username, email, and password. It used to be email and password, but I don't want email and password. I just want username and password. I don't know, man. Or does it have to be this? Do I have to take in an email? Username and password? Oh, username is a plugin, it looks like. Okay, then how do I get that plugin? Oh, okay, passkey, username, magic link. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so import username from BetterAuth/plugins. Okay, cool. I didn't see that. You still need the email? Okay. We can amend our login file anyway. So email and password is enabled, and then plugins username. Okay. Then we migrate again, maybe. Okay. And then add the client plugin, auth client. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to add this to my thing here. Yeah, let's do that. Generate. Oh, I have to generate then migrate again. Okay. Oh, it says it's already up to date. No migrations needed. Okay, cool. Configure database. Oh, no, we already did that. Mount handler for React router. So app/routes. Create a new file route inside of Auth, unless you've configured a different path. Because those two are separate, you'll have to add what you just did to the client as well, but only export client compatible code. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's right here, Jay. Create client instance. That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. Okay, so I'll get going on that. The other thing is I need to probably install better auth on the client as well, right? Because I only installed it for the node or the server because the client has its own packages. How do you learn specified tech stack? Are you learning from scratch? Can you please guide me? I'm kind of using the Odin Project for cache, which you can find here, but I'm kind of branching off a little bit. In a perfect world, you only need the React Router app because it could technically handle both. Ah, I see. Okay. Yo, hi Kyle. How's it going? What stack is this? I got you. It's actually React Router. It says React there, but it's actually React Router. Okay. So this is actually Express is what we want. Express introduced breaking changes to the route path, matching wildcard routes like should now be written app.all to node handler. Okay, so API/auth. I'm doing well, Kyle. How are you? So then this is okay. So then I use this inside of here. Okay. Did I already do the thing up here? Yeah, I did. Okay, so then this is so then this here, and then I need two node handler. Need to import that from the no, that's not right. Let's do import to node handler. And then import auth from /utils/auth.ts. I tried BenStack, it was easier, but I'm not that good at front end much. That's fair, AJ. I'm trying to get good at both. Okay, so then this should now work, right? And then so under API, then I want to do it under. So I maybe could have another. I can have an auth router or something. So API/auths and then any. Okay. So what do I put here? Okay, then we do the create client instance. So let's go back into the client. And then we'll do pnpm and add better auth. Okay. And then now let's add this to our where does this go though? Oh, lib/auth client. So new folder lib auth client.ts. Oh, better auth /react. And then export const auth client. Create auth client. And then base URL. Isn't this for the server? So it's http://localhost 8080. Check your email. Your project also attacked by supply chain? I don't think so. I don't also have any projects that are published or anything like that. I don't have anything super sensitive on there, my friend. You can also export specific methods. Export const sign in, sign up, use session. Ah, okay. All right, so then I think I've set everything up here, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Go to basic usage. Then need to add the username plugin as well. Oh, to this. And then I can import that, right? Cool. Okay. Yeah, all right, that looks good. Sign up email. No. Okay, so then this is, where is this? This is the client? Okay. Email, password, name, image. But then this is on the, like, I'm actually gonna like say migration to better auth from passport or something. I don't know. See how powerful it is? Look up the tables in your database. Yeah. We have account session user verification, and then if we do account, holy shit, yeah, no kidding. And it kind of does all that for you. And then so what other ones do we have? User, so D user. We have ID, name, email verified, image created at. And we don't have to use all of these, do we? You're on your break at work? Nice, Kyle. Cool. Gets better with an ORM, yeah. The only thing I'm confused about is like, okay then, so if I have the how long am I planning on streaming? I'm actually about to end, Kyle. I've been live for about 3 hours almost. But I started stream just before 1 p.m. and it's almost 4. So I'll be live for another 5-ish minutes. I'm probably not going to dig right into this today, but I just kind of want to see, like, so if I have if I have my routes here, right? So I have the sign up route. Then how does this then interact with auth client? With what? Like, where do I get the, like, I don't know. I think that's the confusing bit. I don't know how to hook this up to... I'm not going to do two-factor or any of that stuff. See you later, Kyle. Have a good rest of your shift, my friend. They have functions that you can check to see if it's authenticated. Ah, I see. Okay, so then we have the client here that... Okay, so then this is basically the same idea then. Oh, and then we can just do a wait auth client sign in username. And then on the server, we do this. Sign in with the user. You can use sign in username function provided by the client. Because we only really want username and password, right? This is cool, actually. So then I'm just kind of reading this because I'm not going to dive right into this on this stream. But essentially then what I could do is instead of, I could do everything the same here and I could have this response. Or wait, actually, wait, hold on. So wait, hold on. Let's back up for a second. Is this client side, validation? So when I post this, where does that go to? You can use the auth client to authenticate rather than fetching. I see. So do I even need anything in the server then? Like, if I have the information here, right? So like, let's say I have my username, password, whatever. In this submit sign up, I don't even need to fetch. I can just call this and then it works? Or do I need to then fetch to the server and then handle this inside of a middleware? Like, okay, so they'll connect to each other. I see. So you do this. Oh, so as long as you do this in the client and this in the server, it'll just work. You don't need to fetch the server. So if I do this in the client and this in the server, they'll just talk to each other. Like, because Auth just has that working. Maybe. Correct? Cool. That's pretty neat, actually. I'm not gonna implement this right now because there's only a minute left on my 6th Pomodoro, but I'm gonna do this. I'll get this going next stream, which will be Monday evening. Tomorrow I'm taking off because we are welcoming a friend to the apartment, so I have to handle that. That's the base URL functionality. So when I do this, then that knows where to talk to. So like it knows to talk to the server by this thing. This auth client situation. Which actually makes sense because I have the auth client here. Cool. Nice. That's pretty awesome. All right, so next stream, I don't know if you're around, Jay, but it'll be Monday night. 7 p.m.-ish, maybe a little earlier, I don't know. But I'm just going to put 7 p.m. in case I run late. But that's going to be the next stream. Yeah, tomorrow I'm taking off because we're getting a cat, actually. We're adopting a cat. You have a late shift that night? Darn. That's okay. I'll figure this out, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, we're bringing a cat home tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be live. Monday will be the next stream. And yeah, I'll post the schedule later today. But I'm thinking it's gonna be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So then all weeknights will be 7 p.m. and then Saturday I'll do 1 p.m. again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for streams. I might do Saturday in the evening as well. I'm not sure. It depends. But it's either Saturday's either going to be an afternoon or an evening stream. But yeah, stay tuned in the schedule /schedule in the Discord if you want to get the schedule. Join the Discord if you want more stream updates and or to just chat and hang out with my community. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here, I really appreciate it. If you want to follow along with my bumbling around in full stack web development, then I'd really appreciate a subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in 2 days. So have a good one. And